ourselves in our seated pose, grabbing whatever things you need, whatever props, whatever you need for your practice today. If you use blocks, if you use a strap, a belt, towel, multiple towels, if you use a chair, an eye pillow for a final relaxation. So grabbing whatever you need to make your practice work for you and to make it supportive and comfortable for you, or comfortably uncomfortable. But we're sitting in our simple cross leg. I'm sitting on a pillow because I have tight hip flexors. So sitting on that pillow actually helps a little bit. Or if you have like a wooden floor beneath you, that can help as well. Doing yoga doesn't mean that you need to be in pain. If you're sitting on a wooden floor, you can use a pillow, or you can use another rolled up mat, or you can use a rolled up towel. But sitting ourselves up nice and tall, maybe rocking ourselves a little bit from side to side or a little bit from front to back. So we're beginning to ground ourselves, beginning to root ourselves into the floor or into the ground. We are grounding into the ground. And this rocking from side to side or front to back is a primal movement. It is a movement that is a self-soothing movement. So if you're feeling stressed or anxious, this is always very helpful. It gets the endorphins, it gets good chemicals flowing in the brain. So let's change this. If you're going from side to side or front to back, we're going to change this into a rotation. So we're going to begin to make big rotational circles with our torso. So torso circles here. And make these circles as big as you are able. I know sometimes this can feel painful on those feet. Or again, if your glutes are straight on the floor, maybe it's feeling a little weird like that. But just finding that rotation, and that can be as slow as you want. You need it to be slow so that you feel every articulation of every muscle and joint, then feel free to do that. This is your time. This is your practice. If you find yourself where you're like, oh, I need to be doing this today, way more of this, then stay there for a little bit longer and then rejoin when you're ready. Let's go and change that rotation to the other side, other direction. So rotating the other way. And try and make that rotation equal. So if it was really big on the other side, try and make it really big on this side so that you can get that same amount of release in those joints and muscles, tendons, and the same amount of stretch. Just taking that nice and big. I feel like we could do this for an hour. Probably not, but that would be nice. Good. Let's begin to bring ourselves back to the center and begin to lengthen up through our spine. Sit ourselves up nice and tall. Let's switch our feet. So switch that leg that's in front. Go ahead and switch that. Good. And let's begin to roll our shoulders out. So let's roll those shoulders back. Big shoulder roll back. Rolling that and rolling that. Good. And again, just like with the torso rotation, you can make these shoulder rolls as big as feels best for you. Let's go ahead and roll that the other way. So rotating that forward now. You're rotating back, now we're rolling forward. Very nice. Good, let's shrug the shoulders up to the ears. And then go ahead and release that down. And again, shrug that up. And release that down. And one more time, shrug that up. And release that down. Let's drop our chin to our chest. The chin drops to chest. And then lift our eyes to sky. Good, chin to chest. And eyes to sky. And chin to chest. And eyes to sky. Bring that head back to center. Let's go ahead and look to the right. So taking our chin over towards our right shoulder. And then looking to the left, chin over towards that left shoulder. Let's look to the right again, chin to the right shoulder. And then to the left. And head back to center. Drop that right ear towards that right shoulder. Maybe you want to release that left arm. Maybe not. I like to release it and I like to let it dangle or hang a little bit. Feels good. Good, bring that back to center and use those yawns. Those yawns can be very helpful for getting air into the lungs. Drop our left ear towards our left shoulder and maybe release that right arm. Let that dangle or hang, or you don't have to, or you're finding stillness. Good, bring that head back to center. Let's do some neck circles here. So let's drop our chin to chest, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder. Taking this from side to side. Good. Oh, and just like with our rotations or with our shoulder circles, you can make these neck circles as slow as you would like. If you need to feel every little movement, articulation of your neck, of the top of that spine, the base of the skull, those traps, your trapezius, those top shoulder muscles, even those lats, your latissimus dorsi, those mid-back muscles, you can even feel it down in there as well if you go slow enough. But you can go as slow as you want for these neck circles. Let's drop that chin back to chest, lift that head up to center, roll our shoulders back. Inhale and sweep this up, big sun breath. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's drop our right hand down. Reach over with that left arm. So getting a lateral stretch right here, lengthening through the left side of the body. Trying to maybe root your left glute to the floor and breathe. Good. And let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale, release that down to the other side. Lengthen through this, reach through those arms or through that right arm. Let's try and keep our right hip, right glute down to the floor and breathe. And inhale and lift this up. And exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us, opening that chest. If it's not available to you to clasp your hands behind you, then feel free to use your strap, your towel. You can even use a washcloth. It doesn't have to be anything that's very big. You can be holding on something that's smaller. If you don't have that mobility in your shoulders or chest to have those hands clasped together. So opening that up. Let's go ahead and look to the right. Looking to the right, arms are clasped behind us. And then let's look to the left. Good, head back to center, drop our chin to chest. And then lift our eyes to sky. Head comes neutral. Good, release that, shake that out. Very nice. Let's inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop that left hand to our right thigh. Right thumb follows our spine down towards the floor. And then let's go ahead and do our first spinal twist of our practice today. So first little twist, breathing it here, inhaling and exhaling. Very nice. And bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. Take that right hand, drop that right hand to our left thigh. Left thumb follows our spine down towards the floor. And seated spinal twist to the other side. Use your breath here. Big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And inhale it again. And exhale it out. Good. Bring this back to center. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale it out. And inhale and sweep this up. As we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us once again, or you're holding onto your towel or your strap or washcloth, whatever you are using. Let's look to the left this time. So looking to the left. Head to center, look to the right. Head to center, drop our chin to chest. And then our eyes to sky. Head back to neutral. Good, release those arms, shake that out. Inhale and sweep this up. And exhale. And inhale and sweep. And exhale. Very nice. If you are sitting on something, then you can go ahead and move that out of the way because we're going to begin to work towards our legs. So leaning ourselves back, we're going to take our feet wide as our hips, where you can go wider. And we're going to drop our knees from side to side. So windshield wiper with those legs. So taking that from side to side. Windshield wiper right here. That feels very good for those hip flexors, hips, glutes. Beginning to wake up that lower body. Good, let's go ahead and keep that right leg in front. Zigzag right here, nice zigzag. Sit ourselves up tall. And let's twist over to the left first. So a tall twist to the left. Tall twist to the left, and not forgetting to breathe. Good. Let's go ahead and take that big twist to the right now. Oh, and you can take those hands as far behind you as you want, as feels comfortable for you. Maybe your hip, your glute, your inner thigh, maybe that's all lifting up off the ground, and that's okay. Got that nice spinal twist here, and let's add in some deep breathing. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Oh, that feels good. Good, bring this back to center, and let's twist quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and back to center. It's 3 and back to center. It's 2 and back to center. And last 1 and back to center. Good. Lean ourselves back, and let's go with the windshield wipers. There we go. That's the word. Windshield wipers once again, taking that from side to side. Good, let's keep our left leg in front. Left zigzag, sit ourselves up tall, looking over to the right. So tall torso, looking to the right. Oh yeah, that's a good one. And breathe it here, don't forget to breathe. And then let's take that big twist to the left. So big twist to the left, and again, you can reach as far behind you as feels best for you. Maybe your hip and glute are lifted up off the ground. Mine for sure are. I know some people are super hyper flexible and they can keep everything down on the ground. That is not me. It has never been me. And that is okay. We are all made differently. And that's the beauty of yoga practice. It is for everyone. Let's bring ourselves back to center and twist quick for, actually, let's keep ourselves here. Let's breathe it one more time. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. Good. I want to make sure we have equal breaths on both sides. Bring this back to center. And now let's twist quick for 4. So let's take this for 4 and center. It's 3 and center. It's 2 and center. And last 1 and back to center. Very nice. Lean it back again. Just a few more windshield wipers here. Just take this from side to side. Very nice. Good. Now let's go ahead and lengthen through our legs. Keep our knees bent, but our legs are a little bit longer. Let's reach up through our arms and hinge this forward. So at our hinge, we're trying to keep our shoulders down and away. We're trying not to round that back too much. We're trying to lengthen through our spine here. So let's inhale and lift this up and exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale, hinge. Inhale and lift and exhale, hinge. Good. Take our arms behind us. Let's go ahead and find ourselves into a reverse tabletop. So fingers are facing towards our feet. Let's lift our pelvis up off of the floor. A nice reverse tabletop right here. I love this one. This one is such a strong pose. Feet are planted into the floor. Hands are planted into the floor. Up nice and tall, strong pelvis, strong core, strong legs, strong arms. Breathe it here. Neck is nice and neutral. So you're looking slightly upwards or slightly forwards, but not way above you. So you want to keep that neck nice and neutral. Inhale it deeply here and exhale it out. And big deep inhale and exhale it out. Good. Let's drop that pelvis down. Simple cross leg, and let's hinge this forward. Very nice. Release that. Let's lengthen through our legs and find ourselves in a staff pose. So feet are super flexed, legs are super long and strong, glutes are pressed into the floor, reaching up through our arms. So we've got this capital L right here. That core working very strong here. Let's inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. And inhale it deeply and exhale it out. Good, release that down. Let's bring our right leg in. Right leg comes in, give that a nice big hug. Let's go ahead and take our right leg over our left leg. Wrap that left arm around that right leg. Ooh, and then we get a little bit different part of that hip, glute, IT band. And let's twist it to the right. Keep that left foot nice, active and flexed. And breathe. Good, let's twist it towards the inside and breathe this one. So breathe it here, big deep inhale and exhale. And big deep inhale and exhale. Good, bring this back to center. Very nice, give that a nice big hug. Let's go ahead and take the bottom of that foot to the inside of that thigh. Peace fingers are going to reach for that big toe, or hand to shin, or hand to thigh. And we are reaching over. We're lengthening, we're stretching through the hamstring, through that leg, and breathe. Through that inner thigh. And you don't have to be reaching this top arm. It can be right there on that rib cage. Just remember what you're doing on this side, because you want to do the same thing on the other side. And then let's go ahead and windmill our arm back behind us and take that opposite arm to that opposite thigh. More of a twist here. Good, and bring this back to center. Lengthen through those legs again. Let's find ourselves in our staff pose once again. So flex through our feet. Reach up through our arms, lengthen through those arms. Let's breathe it here. Inhale it deeply. And exhale it out. And big deep inhale. And exhale it out. And one more time, big deep inhale. And exhale it out. Good, release that down. Bring the other leg in. So go ahead and bring that in, give that a nice big hug. Hug that in. Keep that right foot nice and flexed and active. Let's take our left over our right. Let's wrap that right arm around and twist that. Oh, yeah. Breathing it here. And twist that towards the inside or towards the other side, towards the right. And bring that back to center. Very nice. Give that a big hug. Let's take that to the inner thigh. Reach peace fingers for that toe, hand to shin or hand to thigh. And then reaching over. So I had my arm up on the other side, so I want to make sure that I do the same thing on this side. And you do the same as well. Wherever you had your arm, you want it the same area. You want that nice and balanced. Let's go ahead and windmill this and take that other arm over to the opposite thigh. Oh, that feels good. And breathe it here. And bring that back to center. Very nice. Let's take ourselves down onto our backs. Grab a block. Let's do a little bit of bridge work. A little bit. These are our multivitamins. Your bridge work. Lining your feet up with your knees with your hips. Hands right by our side. Let's go ahead and lift that pelvis up towards the ceiling. And then lower that pelvis down to the floor. I'm going to walk my feet a little bit closer. Let's go ahead and inhale and lift this up. And exhale, lower this down. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. And inhale and lift. And exhale and lower. Good. Let's go ahead and inhale and lift and hold. So hold this up right here, holding and breathing. Good. We'll hold for maybe 2 more breaths right here, holding this nice strong bridge. And then let's go ahead and slowly lower that pelvis down towards the floor and release that block. Reach behind our right thigh, pull our right thigh into our chest. And then release that. Reach behind our left thigh, pull that left thigh in towards the chest. And release that as well. Let's take our arms out into a T and drop both of our knees over to the right. So we'll get a lying down spinal twist right here. Oh, and that is so good too. We'll get a lot of twisting done, and that might cause you to yawn too. Just that really need for oxygen. Let's go ahead and twist that to the other side. So now taking our legs over to the left. That lying down spinal twist. So good. And bring that back to center. Drop those knees over to one side. Let's bring ourselves onto our side. Press ourselves up. And we're going to come up onto all fours. And let's move into our cat and cow. So we've got our shoulders over our wrists. We've got our hips over our knees. Let's drop our belly to the floor. Eyes to the sky. Inhale. And round our spine, chin to chest. Exhale. Drop that belly. Inhale. Round that spine. Exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Drop that belly, inhale. Round that spine, exhale. Good. Bring that back nice and flat, nice and neutral. Let's lengthen out through our right leg and lengthen out through our left arm. So we've got our bird dog here, our first balance of our practice today. From here, let's go ahead and take our elbow to our knee 6 times. So let's bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last 1 and extend. Good. Release that arm, release that leg. Let's take it to the other side. Go ahead and lift that leg up and reach through right arm. So we've got that bird dog on the other side. Nice balance here. Elbow to knee 6 times. Bring this in for 6 and extend. Here's 5 and extend. Here's 4 and extend. Here's 3 and extend. It's 2 and extend. And last 1, let's extend and hold. Good. Release the arm, release the leg. Child's pose, taking ourselves back into this restorative child's pose. Remembering that if you ever need to take a break, you can always bring yourself into child's pose or downward facing dog. Those are your 2 home bases that you can go to in your practice, during your practice, and then rejoin when you are ready. Looking at our hands, let's go ahead and walk our hands over to the right. Let's take that left hand right on top of that right hand and sit that left glute to that left heel. And then let's go ahead and walk those hands over to the left. Right hand's going to go on top of that left hand, and now right glute is going to go towards that right heel. And bring that back to center. Very nice. Back into that child's pose. And let's bring ourselves up. Curl our toes under. We're going to keep our knees bent, and we're going to go into our first downward facing dog. Actually, before we do that, go ahead and place your blocks where you want them for your sun salutation so that they're there ready for you when we get there. And then let's bring ourselves into our first downward facing dog. Let's keep our knees bent, lift our tails to the ceiling, lengthen through our spine right here. So we get that first spinal stretch, our tail lifted high, head down towards the floor. Nice inversion. Our head is lower than our heart here. And our knees are bent so that we can lengthen through that spine even more. And then let's begin to pedal our feet. Pedaling those heels down towards the floor. Stretching through those calves, through those hamstrings, through the backs of the legs. Lengthening through that spine. Maybe you're taking your hips from side to side a little bit. That might feel good for you. Good, and then just go ahead and drop our heels towards the floor. Maybe nod that head yes, or shake that head no. Lift up on our toes, our heels are high. Let's go ahead and drop those heels over to one side. And then lift that up and drop those heels over towards the other side. And then lift that up, and let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat. And you can have those blocks, they're waiting for you. You don't need to use them yet. You can allow your arms to dangle here. We're in a nice rag doll, letting those arms hang. Folded forward here. Let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand, making a frame for that head. And then release those arms. Oh, let those arms dangle. Taking our hands right to our blocks. Let's go ahead and inhale, flat back, look forward. It's a nice tabletop. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up nice and big. Exhale it around to chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Inhale and sweep this up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot's going to stay forward. Left foot's going to go back into a lunge. Left hand on the block or on the floor. Let spinal twist open to the right. So got a right leg forward lunge and a spinal twist. Breathing it here. And let's bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot into a top of plank. Strong plank here. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up, baby cobra. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Good. Enjoy this down dog. Again, this is one of your home bases, this or a child's pose. If you need to take a break, you can always come to this down dog and then rejoin when you're ready. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front of our mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around the chair. Inhale and lift up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Left foot's going to stay forward. Right foot's going to go back into lunge. Right hand on block or on the floor. Let's spinal twist it open to the left side and breathe. And bring us back to center. Good. Bring our foot back to meet the other foot to top of plank. Shift our weight, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Let's inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Right foot stays forward, left foot goes back into lunge. Left hand on block or on the floor. Spinal twist to the right again. Good, so we've got that right lunge. Maybe you're a little bit deeper in the lunge this time. It's our second time going this way. Good. And then release that. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift and press. Downward facing dog and breathe. Nice. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, edge of our mat. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up. Exhale it around a chair. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, leg it down and over. Inhale, flat back, look forward. Exhale and release. Left foot stays forward, right foot goes back into lunge. Right hand on the block or on the floor. Spinal twist open to the left. Breathing it here in this deep twist. And bring this back to center. Take that foot back to meet the other foot, top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down, heart lifts up. Curl our toes under, lift down, press. Downward facing dog, and breathe. Let's go ahead and center our weight, lift our right leg, bend at our right knee, and drop our right heel over towards our left glute. So we've got our three-legged down dog right here, and we're gonna go into that pigeon. So let's go ahead and bring that knee back to center, and then sweep our leg through into your pigeon, whatever that looks like for you. Maybe you need support. Today, I do need a little support under my glute. Maybe you need support. Maybe you don't have to. You're either on your hands, on your elbows, or all the way down on the floor for this nice pigeon. Ooh. This hip stretch. Breathe it here, deep breathing. And let's go and press ourselves up. Press ourselves all the way up, back into that downward facing dog. Maybe you pedal your feet right here. Maybe that feels good for you. Taking those hips from side to side. We're gonna do that pigeon on the other side. So finding stillness here in our downward facing dog, center our weight, lift our left leg this time, bend at our knee, and drop our heel over towards our glute. Bring that left knee back to center and let's sweep it through. And we've got pigeon on this other side. Ooh, I need support on both sides today. So pigeon on that left side, either on those hands, on those elbows, or all the way forward. And breathe. And let's go ahead and bring ourselves up. Press ourselves back up into that downward facing dog once again. So lifting that back up, very nice. Nice downward facing dog. Back into plank. Shift our weight forward, drop the fronts of the knees, uncurl our toes. Heart goes down to the floor, heart lifts up off of the floor. We've got this nice baby cobra. Now let's change this baby cobra into a sphinx. So we're just gonna come down onto those elbows right here. So a nice sphinx pose. So we're getting that low back stretch, but we're supported by our elbows right here. That's very good. Very nice. All right, we're gonna lengthen through our arms, lengthen through our legs, and do a little bit of back strengthening here. So let's reach through those arms, reach through those legs. Right, left arm lifts, right leg lifts. So let's lift this and use that breath here. This is an isometric hold, so we are holding this. We're not using movement with it, we're holding it. Isometric strengthening hold and breathing with it. And then go ahead and release that. Let's take it to the other side. Right arm, left leg lifts, and breathe. And release. Bring our hands by our chest. Press ourselves back into a child's pose. Oh yeah. All the way back into that nice child's pose. Very good. And hands by our knees, press ourselves up. We're going to take ourselves onto our backs, grab your strap, and then grab whatever you need for final relaxation. We're going to stretch our legs and then move into relaxation. So let's grab that strap, take ourselves down onto our backs, and we're going to take our strap around our right foot. So strap goes around that right foot. Let's pull that right knee into our chest. Let's lengthen through our left leg. So we've got this, pulling this in. Oh, that's such a good stretch right there. Let's press up through that heel to the ceiling and pull that leg towards us. Very nice. And breathe. Let's take the strap in our left hand, drop our leg, scoot myself over, drop our leg across the body, deep twist here. That right arm is out to the side, out to the right side, and maybe looking to the right if that's available to you. In this deep twist here. Oh, and breathe. The breath will help you, especially if you are tight in your back, in your hips, in any joints or muscles or tendons. You might even feel it in your bones. It's like, oh, but breathe. That breath will help. The deep inhale, deep exhale. Good. Let's bring that leg back to center. Pull that leg towards us, and maybe because that leg's a little warmer now, and because we're using that strap, maybe you can get a little bit of a deeper stretch for the back hamstring of that leg. Good, and then release that. Very nice. Release, relax. Let's take that strap around the left foot. So let's pull that left knee into the chest, into the torso. Right leg is lengthened. And then let's press through our left heel towards the ceiling and pull that left leg towards us, towards your torso, towards your head. Let's keep the strap in our right hand, drop our leg across the body, take that left arm out, and let's look to the left. Ooh, this side feels really good too. Equally good on both sides today. That is very nice. And breathe it deeply. Remember that big deep breath is going to be your superpower in these poses that feel very tight or comfortably uncomfortable. Your big breath is going to help to expand that and smooth it out. So use that breath. And bring our leg back to center. Pull that leg towards us. Again, maybe get a little bit more of a lengthening here. And bend at the other leg. Let's go ahead and release that. Very nice. And grab whatever you need for final relaxation. If you use an eye pillow, you can begin to put that eye pillow over your eyes. Let's lengthen through our legs towards one end of the room, and let's reach through our fingers, through our arms, towards the other end of the room. Adding a few inches to your height here. Maybe you've got another yawn. I think today was a 3 or a 4 yawn class. That's good. That gets a lot of oxygen into our lungs. Really reach through that. Reach through those arms and reach through those legs. Let's inhale it deeply here. And with an exhale, let's allow ourselves to sink, to settle, giving yourself a few moments of relaxation, of some quiet time, just to meditate, just to slow everything down. Slow that breath down. Slowing the body. Relax your face, relax your jaw, relax your forehead, your scalp, eyebrows, relax, release. And still relaxing, let's bend our knees and tuck that tailbone under, lower back, press flat to the floor. And let's drop those knees over to your most comfortable side. Take yourself onto your side. And just a breath or 2 or 3 here in this side position. And let's slowly begin to press ourselves up, bring ourselves up into a seated position that feels strong and supportive for you. Let's lengthen up through that spine, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale and sweep those arms up. Bring our palms together and exhale, eyes following our fingers. Take our chin to chest. With that head center, take our fingers to forehead. As we leave today, let us think thoughts of truth. Take our fingers to our lips. As we leave today, let us speak words of love. Taking our hands to our hearts. As we leave today, let our lives be a light of truth and a light of love, having hearts of compassion and mercy, knowing that we have not been given a spirit of fear, but the spirit of love and a sound and peaceful mind. Inhaling it deeply. And exhale. And one more big deep inhale. And a big cleansing exhale. And thank you for joining me for the practice today. Have a blessed rest of your day, and we'll see you next time.